with the 389 bike, running the show. Where you at, Ecuador? Palacios running the show as they drive it down the three. Oh no, the U.S. rider go.
At Oakley.
Hey, what's up, DriveTrain? We are back for another video. Now, this video is going to include a little bit of science and some fun. We're going to get some riding in, but we've got some cool products to talk about that are just fresh on the market. I got a chance to work with these folks. We ride with them all the time, but I got a chance to help them over the past, I think, say 6 to 8 months, kind of with some initial concepts of what we're going to talk about today. But what I want to do is take you over, show you my cruiser, and talk about some experiences that I had and why you may be interested in grabbing one of these products for yourself. All right, so you may or may not have ever heard of this term butt scrubbing. And if you've ever done it, you know what it is. It's when you're riding around the track and somehow your butt contacts your back tire and the entire world stops except your body. And you get lurched forward on your bike, sometimes going over the bars, sometimes just hiking into the bike. This double right back here, I jump this double frequently. And that double, one time when I landed on my cruiser, I butt scrubbed and I almost died. And I stopped the bike and I said, I'm not riding this cruiser ever again without a fender on it. Now, they make fenders. People make fenders, and you can buy them, but they're kind of custom built to your specific bike, and they're expensive. They're kind of pricey. And there are some regulations for, I think it's UCI, that don't allow you to have them because they're custom made. They're not just it's not like a set of grips or set of brakes that you can buy from anybody. So what I want to do is take you over to my bike, like I said we were, and I want to show you the fender that I put on my bike so that I feel safe when I ride it. All right, now this here is my cruiser. We've talked about this in plenty of other videos. It's generally a 2019 Mongoose Title Elite cruiser. It's got some customizations with the forks and the wheels. But anyway, generally speaking, that's the frame, is a Mongoose Title Elite. Now, what you can see back here is the fender. A lot of people joke and say, Dave, you going to the grocery store to pick up? Yes, I am, in a car. But this is a fender. What it does, it connects down here to the axle, comes up, these little Heim joints, and then it just connects into the seat post. And these things retail, I think brand new, maybe about 150, 180 bucks, unless you can find used like I did with this one. But this fender allows me, and I tap it all the time, it allows me to tap on this and it stops me. It's hard metal, it's firm, but there's some detriments to that. And what I mean by that is this thing weighs about an extra pound, which isn't overly aggressive. We'll see how much this bike weighs in a minute, but it weighs about a pound and it's on the back of the bike. So you're kind of dragging around an extra pound and the weight is on the back of the bike. So if I had disc brakes on this, that would add even more weight on the back. But anyway, that's the fender, and those are not allowed because they are custom made to the bike. Again, I picked this one up used for 100 bucks. It works great. I tag it all the time, and it saves me often. And you might ask, why don't I have one on my 20-inch? My 20-inch is right there. No fender, no need. If you look at the distance between the seat and the tire, your butt is never coming down this far on a 20-inch. Maybe right here, but if you hit this tire on a 20-inch, you got some issues. But if you look at the seat compared to the tire on the cruiser, the seat actually sits above that, the tire sits above the seat almost. And so it's very likely when we crouch down going over jumps that we're real close to this thing, and some people even catch this roll forward, and that is a bad day. All right, so we've got some sample bikes here. This thing is called the D-Fender. I'm checking with my guy, Gilberto. He's right here. But the D-Fender here, made by Speed Syndicate, I want to bring him in to talk about it because this is a solution well different than the fender that we saw. It's the D-Fender. So tell me about it. What are we doing here?
Yeah, 100%. So the D-Fender came out of the same concept. A ton of crashes have happened. We've seen a lot of people scrub the back tire. We've seen the end result. I have videos, to show for it, and some personal experience and injuries that I've also suffered due to tire scrubbing. So the idea was in 24, when we were prepping up for Worlds, UCI does not allow an additional attachment. You cannot have.
It is a UCI thing.
It is a UCI thing. You cannot have, if you want to race UCI, you have to go without a fender because you cannot have any additional attachments to the bike. That's a UCI rule.
Interesting.
However, this is not an attachment. This is a
seat.
So this would be hopefully UCI legal, so you can actually race, worry-free and not have to be worried about hitting the back tire when you're racing at a UCI event.
That's great. And so this thing, what I'm looking at here is it's actually got a pivotal component. So a lot of people are running pivotal seat posts. If you got a cushiony seat, anyway, pivotal is out here in the BMX world. So this is ready to adapt to your pivotal seat post. You can toss it on, you got the bolt up top. And what you can do with it, this is the same unit here and down here, but you might notice this is not a BMX bike, this is a dirt jumper. So 26-inch, it's the same mold, but you can see how it's adapted here, pivoted to the right angle. So we've got a little bit of clearance. If you tag it, I'm pushing pretty hard and it's not actually hitting the tire.
We've been at this for a couple of years, and the initial design included the seat post. And the issue with that is, number one, you don't have any adaptability. Number two, you're stuck with whatever seat post size. So
and one of the things that we were running into was the seat post angle.
Yeah.
On every bike between my Mongoose and this GT and any of the other bikes you might see, that seat post angle is different. So if you've got a fixed seat post, this may be way up here, or it may be touching the tire.
Absolutely, it would have been very difficult to adapt a fixed seat post to a variety of different frames. With the pivotal, now you can pivot that seat so that it molds with your clearance needed into whatever bike. And like they've said, this is a dirt jumper. We actually just tried it. We just put it on a dirt jumper, and it
fits well.
Fantastic. It has great fit. Now you'll notice how far back the seat is set up with this pivot, but it'll fit whatever pivotal. We've tried probably 5 different seat posts, and the pivot works in whatever.
I'm sure that they are within some tolerance of each other, because the seats that are manufactured, that people are buying, is going to have to fit in that tolerance.
Surprise, this is a seat post that we printed specifically for this seat.
So you actually printed a post that fits in here. What size is it?
27.2.
So the standard size, and then it's got the bolt in the top. That's awesome.
And it's fantastic. It's worked. We've torqued it down way over spec. We've tried aluminum seat posts. This is some sort of polycarbonate plastic. We've tried carbon. We've tried the PLA material, and they all work perfectly fine with the seat. We were able to design the teeth in a way that perfectly attaches. And the bolt is the surprise material. It is very difficult to source an aluminum bolt.
Oh yeah?
So right now we're shipping these with steel bolts.
Okay.
At some point I'll either have to order aluminum bolts, have them made, because I do want aluminum. The weight savings, it's strong enough that it'll hold. Sure. We've tested actually. I have one.
I mean, let's be honest. If we're weighing our bikes,
yes,
then aluminum is going to be worth it.
It's significantly less weight than this steel bolt, or stainless steel bolts for that matter. I've bought a variety of bolts, but the aluminum is certainly the best, lightest, most advanced.
Tell me, what is this thing made out of? Because it seems durable. I see holes in it. Are those speed holes? Like, what's this thing made out of?
So this is made out of PLACF. It is a carbon reinforced plastic, very stiff, very durable. We can show you right here. I mean, this is...
and I'll have some clips of just the thing kind of close up and everything anyway, but...
So this is essentially, the holes are just a design feature. They don't have any weight savings or any structural deficiency. They're just a design. We've tried a lot of different alignments. There's one with the holes down the middle. it's just a design feature, but the seat itself, this material, I mean, you can try to bend it. It's super stout. It's very durable.
It's thick. I mean, it goes. That's what, like almost a half inch up to 3/4 inch.
Yes, and so it varies in thickness to make sure that we have enough material. The internal structure of it is specifically designed to help under tension. So when you hit the seat, it'll flex, but it's not going to be all that much. What's really flexing when you push it down is the seat post, because it's the same material.
Interesting.
So if you have a steel post, if you even see it, you can see the post flexing a little bit. So that's why we're still testing this. We're not releasing it just yet because we want to make sure that the seat post is 100% just as the seat is. But we've been testing it, and it works fantastic.
Yeah, I've seen you guys obviously at the local races, at the state races. You've been running them. I've been intrigued by it. Obviously, nobody's asking you if you're going to the grocery store like they're asking me if I'm going to the grocery store with my fender on. So it's a bit more sleek. Now, we always get the question as BMX racers, how do you sit on that seat? And you know, because you're watching the video, and you know, because you race, that's not made for sitting on. You might sit on it for a second in the gate, and then you're going to stand right up. So it's not here for comfort. You're not doing long distance rides on this. It's meant to get put on and to save your life so you don't go over the bars. Now, I got a question, because it does flex a little bit. You just talked about the seat post and maybe a little bit of give here.
Yeah.
What happens if it does hit the tire?
So it'll reduce significantly. So let's talk about what happens if you don't have one on. So, and we'll see videos and we'll do some demonstration rides, but if you do not have a fender on and you hit this tire, essentially the bike stops and it launches you forward. And you'll see the video of how people touch the back tire and immediately catapult forward over the bars. And it's not a pretty sight, so you'll see it. With this on, it'll either prevent you from ever touching the tire, or if you hit it hard enough where it does touch the tire, it still rolls, right? So it will feel like a slowdown instead of a hard stop.
Okay.
So you'll probably lose some speed. You know, I'm pressing on it and I'm still moving the tire. You'll lose some speed, but you will not catapult and die.
But you're gonna stay on the bike.
Yes.
You're gonna be able to control yourself, regain composure, keep riding and racing, as opposed to having other people attend to you on the track and pick you up, and you ask questions about what happened and where am I. Right. So that's cool. Listen, I want to do some testing real quick. What I want to do and what the people want to know is, what's the difference of the weight of this compared to a fender? I want to use my bike because I've got the metal version on there. We'll weigh it, and then we'll swap this out, and we'll weigh it again, and we'll see what does it really do from a comparison perspective.
Absolutely.
So let's do that, and then we'll do some ride and take y'all on the track with us and watch some fast laps. All right, so we have gathered around the scale here. What we've got is my BMX bike. It's kind of out of frame, but that's fine. This is my cruiser. We just looked at it earlier, the 24-inch Mongoose. It has a regular box race seat on it right now. That's not what I usually race something cushiony, but you race, you ride fast, light things, and this is likely what you're gonna weigh in with. So we're gonna see what this thing weighs. Let's hang it up here and see what it does for us. Let it settle. All right, so what the scale says right now, 19.86, which is actually not half bad for this bike and this setup. But let's change the fender off, put the D-Fender on in place of the seat, and we'll weigh it again. See what it does for us.
A few moments later.
All right, we're back. We got the D-Fender on my frame. Automatically, I can feel the weight sitting over the middle of the bike and not on the back.
Yeah.
But let's see what we've got here. We did a little gonkulation over at the table without all the bike attached to it, and it should save us about, I don't know, within a half a pound. Let's see what we get here. So again, you probably can't see it, 19.4, and we started before at 19.9. So it's about half a pound lighter, which is kind of what the math showed us. Because we, over there at the table, we took a seat and the fender and weighed it on like a male scale, and then we weighed the D-Fender as well. All right, so the biggest thing is this. Can it save you, number one? Number two is going to be the price point, because we talked about fenders. They can be 150, 180 and up because you're getting them custom made. What is the price point of these when they're being sold?
Yeah, so we're selling these for $70 shipped.
$70 shipped?
Yes.
Gonna be our honeymoon.
Wow. Wow. Yeah.
Wow.
So you didn't know? So
Wow.
the seat.
I got to contain myself for a second. Wow.
The
That's
seat, the insert, and the bolt.
Okay.
The seat post, we're not shipping that yet. We're still making sure.
so you would need your own pivotal seat.
you would need your own seat, which makes sense if you have a 26.8 or 25.4, 27.2.
Yeah, that's a lot.
or
Yeah,
the
that's a lot to
funky sort
accommodate.
of chase kind of teardrop.
Oh.
You know,
Why you got to
just-
call them out?
Yeah, it's just different.
Yeah.
Not nothing wrong with it, but
I got you.
just the seat, the bolt, and the insert for it to pivot, $70 shipped. What we're doing now is we're doing a wait list, because again, we're doing these in house.
Yeah, this is pretty fresh.
They take 24 hours to print. You know, it's a 1-by-1 kind of thing.
Okay.
You sign up on the wait list. Once your fender is ready to print, we'll email you a invoice for you to pay, and we'll just
Oh,
pack
cool.
it
So
up.
you're not paying until
You
they
don't-
don't pay until you're ready to actually make theirs.
Exactly.
Oh,
So
that's nice.
once yours goes into the machine to print, you get an invoice, you pay it, we ship it.
That's awesome. Well, let's go. Hey, we should do some riding because I'm curious to see what it feels like, and you people want to see some riding.